Hi everybody, I'm going to do a review of Tarte Concealer, which I am wearing right now, and I am not liking. I am ready to just go wash my face. So, Tarte Concealer, POWERMAX Concealer has many shades. I have found that my right shade is Fair to Light, the very first shade there is. And that is my shade. If I go look at all my other shades that I use, like color CoverGirl, Maybelline, they're all Fair to Light. So this is my color. I'm not gonna put it on my face anymore because I'm just gonna tell you the review because I'm wearing it right now. It comes with a really beautiful brush, and the brush is triangular, so you can get into all the little corners of your eyes and all around, and you can dab it and mirror it, blend it. You can use it as an all-round face concealer, bring it down your neck, all around, right? Age spot, you could do all that. Use it all over your face. The best word I have, the brush is beautiful. The best thing I can tell you is an absolute concealer. No. If you're trying to cover dark circles under your eyes, which I have a lot of, it actually accentuates and makes your eyes look baggy. I don't know why, since it's got caffeine in it, green tea, and all these wonderful things that are supposed to bring swelling down. I have what my doctor called the sinus shadow because I have a sinus infection going on right now. So my circles are even darker and I'm a little bit more baggy-eyed. But this concealer accentuates the bags. It's like war paint. It doesn't move. There's no flexibility. I called and talked to customer service because I thought, well, maybe I got the wrong shade because it just, when I put it on, it just wasn't moving. And it was actually doing the one thing when they advertised it, the thing they kept saying is, this is our Power Max. This is the ultimate. This is the coveted one. This is it, right? QVC. And all the women were, oh, I couldn't wait for it to be here. We're so glad it's here. We wait for this. Oh my gosh, this is the one you want. If you're afraid of concealer, because you don't want it to get into the creases or accentuate or make your eyes look even more irritated, or you don't want it to look like you're wearing war paint, or feel of it, or it irritates your eyes, whatever. This is the one for you, right? Everything you fear about concealer, no worries here. And they showed one woman after another putting it on over dark circles, over rosacea, over blotchy skin, over acne marks, over age spots, over birth marks on their face that were really huge markings and just regular everyday little freckles and pimples and things. Then they showed putting it over, like, the creases that you have, your Marriott lines and all this and that, right? What I can say is it's made well. The applicator and the packaging and everything, the way it comes to you as well. You do have to shake it really good. Shake it up. And then you undo it and carefully take your little applicator out. And you go from there. I'm going to show it on my hand. I can show you what I'm talking about here. There's a little bit, right? Okay. Now, they do show some women tapping it in and with their own fingers and blending. And then they show other people using the brush. Should come with it. It's very thick. It doesn't blend well. It really doesn't. So if you were putting this over, it just kind of, you really got to keep blending. The line doesn't leave. It just drags out. That, I mean, that's that little bit. Look at how much. And I don't know, I was talking to customer service. They were like, maybe you should go one shade up. That's not it. It says not moving with my skin. It's just kind of. Then I thought about my moisturizer. I've got like 3 or 4 different moisturizers I'm using, an exfoliator. And what I don't like about, see, that's not how it looks on your eyes. A tiny bit on. I mean, I could just kind of zhuzh this on and dab a little in. It doesn't really cover. It, to me, it makes it look like, and I have full coverage on, because I talked to one lady who said, see, it looks fine on my hand. You really gotta blend. But for the actual circles and things, no. I'll layer a little more. She kept saying, are you sure you're using enough of it? Because if you only use a little, it will actually not work. So we'll do a little more. And that is a lot, but they show doing that. And she said, try the sweeping motion instead of tapping it in. Try sweeping it back and forth until it's gone. I'll see how that is working. It just looks white. She was like, the beauty of it is you can keep layering. If it's not covering your circles, just keep putting more on. If it's not covering your age spot, just keep putting more on. And make sure to sweep. Like, do the sweeping motion. Other thing I noticed is it's really hard to put any makeup over it. So if you put this over your eyeshadow just kind of sits on it. So I made a video where I talked about how I generally only spend, I'll never spend more than maybe $6 on a concealer. And I've used Maybelline, I've used CoverGirl, I've used For Wonder, I've used all these KOKIE, all these different really fun things. I've used Bye Bye Undereye. What I'd say about Tarte POWERMAX, Tarte, can't see it, POWERMAX, is you need to take time to put your makeup on. You can't just, brush is great. The brush is great. That, it's really nice. I mean, for the amount of money, it was on sale. Clearance, January clearance, QVC. With the tax and shipping and everything, it came to $28. Not bad, because I use a combination of 3 or 4 different concealers just to cover the circles in my eyes and the age spot and then Mariette lines and everything. But what I noticed is if I use it around my eyes, then I can't really get my eyeshadow to go on. It just kind of like sticks to it. And I'm just blending forever. I'm blending forever. Still blending. Just to try to make anything move on it. So it is heavy. And it, you do feel it. So I just want to mention it. You do feel it. And if you're trying to put your makeup over it, like your blush, your eyeshadow, you really got to blend. You're going to be blending for a while. And let me get a different light so you can see it. A natural light. It's really dark out today. It's kind of damp and dark, so it's kind of hard to get the right light. I'll walk around, see it in the light. To me, it reminds me of war paint. It reminds me of war paint, and it goes on very thick, and it doesn't move. See how you can see in this light here? It's just not. I'm gonna try all different light. I'm gonna pretend I'm looking through a makeup mirror right now. Well, the kitchen light is never good, which is why I stopped filming anything in here but from my telephone, because it makes everything yellow, including my teeth, including my hair, including my food. I think it's the cabinets. I'm not sure. There's a shadow somewhere. It follows me all around this kitchen, makes everything look yellow. Yellow, yellow. Let me try this. My cat right now is like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mom? Right? What am I doing? What am I doing? Walking in circles, trying to show off this Tarte POWERMAX concealer. Okay, there it is. Tarte POWERMAX concealer. And the first lady in customer service, and there it is on my hand. First lady in customer service said, you can see it. First lady said, are you sure you're putting enough moisturizer on before you put it on? I was like, yep, I am. Because I am really moisturizing like crazy lately and exfoliating and cleansing, and I'm really into a routine of washing before I go to bed. I don't leave my makeup on. I moisturize. I get my decolletage. I do all that. Exfoliate. I do peeling masks. I do all that. And um, excuse me. And I've had a sinus infection, so the circles in the bags under my eyes are even more. But the first thing I noticed is the minute I put this on, it wouldn't move. It was just like, okay, that's why they give you the brush. But they show different models like using their fingers to tap it in, and then others using the brush. And then they show some models using it for a full face and some just using it where they need it. And if you were going to use it for a full face, they said go one shade up from what you are. And I've always gone one shade darker than my skin tone for my dark circles. I don't go lighter. So I'm fair to light, and so this was fair to light. So I got the fair to light. So I thought maybe I had the wrong shade. They were going to return it for me to get another shade. And then and that was when I was just talking to QVC. And then I actually talked to a person at Tarte who explained to actually put it on as a full face instead of just my under eyes. Like to use it as a full face makeup, and it would go on better. It would cover better. And then the other thing was I putting enough on? Don't be afraid to layer more and more on. I gotta tell you, it doesn't feel good. It took over an hour to spread it to where it wasn't like blotching. The very thing, the advertisement, they were like, if you're afraid of concealer because it gets into your wrinkles in your eyes or into your accentuates that tender skin under your under eye, or makes you look like an owl, or you can't really spread it because it doesn't spread well in that area, you don't want to irritate that much. this is the one for you. One sweep, you're good. I've been sweeping all morning, several mornings in a row. And the only reason I decided to get it was the amount that was in it for the price would equal about 3 or 4 tubes of different colors I usually use to cover my dark circles and age spot and blend. So I just found you can't really blend it well. It really, when they say this goes on and it doesn't budge, it doesn't. You have to have something really good to wash your face with and gentle with good oil in it because it doesn't come off easy. So that's my review of Tarte POWERMAX. It really is powerful. It really does kind of glob on and stick. And I don't know anything more. I have like an olive oil moisturizer. I have an olive oil soap I use. I have vitamin E that I put under my eyes. I've got all kinds of good moisturizers I use, and it still wouldn't spread very easy at all. Nothing like the commercials that they're showing. So, um, yeah, I thought I would do a review of that. So that was my experience with Tarte POWERMAX Fair to Light or fair to neutral. That's what I'm wearing, fair to neutral. It's a little, I mean, it's okay, but I feel like it makes my eyes look baggier. Whereas when I put regular foundation on, drugstore foundation, Dollar General foundation, it just covers it and you don't see the bag. This leaves me with the bag. It might take the circle away. It might take the dark circle away, but it leaves me with a bag to do so. And I think that makes sense better. It will cover the dark, but it will accentuate bags that just weren't there. I didn't have this going on, this puppy weirdness going on. So I would say it accentuates puffiness and bags in your eyes. It could cover it, but then you trade one for the other. Make cover, but puff. That's the only way I can explain it. And other than saying it's like war paint, make sure you have enough time. If you're gonna go somewhere and you want to throw a little bit of concealer on, if you're using POWERMAX Tarte, make sure you have enough time to really play and blend with it. And no, I don't know if you could see that. It actually like gets in and makes it look crepey. That's the word I want. Crepey-ish. It almost made my eyes look more crepey than they usually look. Okay, that's my video review of Tarte POWERMAX concealer. And I'm wearing Fair Neutral. Okay, bye. Thanks for joining me.